5-yard line of the Broncos. Mission Viejo on 2 drives here to begin the third quarter. They have over 80 yards to their name, all of which is on the ground. The Broncos have -2. Meanwhile, the Diablos have 5 first downs in the third quarter, the Broncos with 0. It has been a second half annihilation for Mission Viejo, looking for the knockout punch. As Romayon Senzi is behind the quarterback in the I formation. He'll get the call up the middle, wiggles inside the 40, and he'll bully his way out to the 38-yard line. And yet another tackle made by Messiah Taylor, making a gain of 4.
We talked about it at halftime. Brock Johnson pretty much doesn't have to throw the ball
at all.
Last game only throwing it 6 times. Here only 8 times. And the way they're running the ball, why not just pound the rock?
Yeah, now Ion Senzi is over 100 yards rushing today. That Broncos defense, all of which have their hands on their hips, they are tired. This is the 10th play of a Mission Viejo drive that started from their own 20. Man in motion, that is the tight end. Handoff goes to the up back, that's Ion Senzi again. Up the middle, mouthpiece falls off if you're the running back. And he'll end up scurrying right near the first down marker. He needed a foot. And he bounced it outside, but the Broncos were all over it there. And I believe they moved the chains, and Mission Viejo does, make it a gain of 2. And a Diablo first down, the 6th first down for the Diablos here in the quarter. It has been a clinic running the football for Mission Viejo.
Well, after that first down, now you're in prime position for the play action. You've run the ball numerous times in this possession. Now is the time to possibly take a shot deep here in the end zone.
Bryce Chambers is in the block, the fullback, able to get his man. Ion Senzi outside, picks up a block across the 30, and he will take a tumble down to the 28-yard line. Another 5-yard pickup. The Broncos in the third quarter have yet to stop Ion Senzi before 5, 6, 7, 8 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Early on, we could tell right now that the wear and tear has started. Vista Murrieta on defense looks kind of slow to me.
They certainly do. Not only slow, but tired. This is a team fatigued on the defensive end, as now Mission Viejo is dominating the time of possession. They have held this football for all of about 60 seconds of the third quarter. We are down to 3:52 to go in the third. Play action fake. Brock Johnson wings it to the end zone, has Connor Hill, and he's got it for the touchdown. Connor Hill with his second today on just 2 catches, 11th on the season, and Connor Hill puts a statement to another punishing drive. Mission Viejo tacks on another 6 points.
12 straight runs. And on lucky number 13, you do play action to number 19.
That's what you called. Play action is going to work if you're the Diablos, and it certainly did. A 24-yard pitching catch from Brock Johnson to Connor Hill, make it 2 touchdowns for that tandem today and 11 on the season. The extra point is good. 21-3, Diablos over the number 12 team in the state, the Vista Murrieta Broncos. It's becoming ridiculous if you're Coley Candell and that Broncos coaching staff.
It wasn't the most impressive offensive possession, but it was a very powerful possession.
It was.
12 straight runs. The Broncos defense didn't have an answer for it at all, and then when you least expected, the play action bites.
Well, this has just been a fun season for senior receiver Connor Hill, who has yet to receive that All-Star Division I scholarship offer, but I believe the 6-foot Hill is really making a case for himself. He has the size at 200 pounds. He has the production. It's the 4th touchdown catch for the receiver just in the last 2 weeks. And if you are the Mission Viejo Diablos, this is a man that you can ill afford to lose. He will graduate after this season. 41 catches for the young man, over 900 yards and 11 touchdowns. That is phenomenal for a man who is not even the number 1 target on the football team. Just frankly ridiculous. Love the production of Connor Hill.
How about Brock Johnson just throwing his 9th pass of the ball game, and it doesn't have to be the most difficult one. All he did was just throw it up in the air for his open wide receiver.
Yeah, and he had a step on the defense, I believe, in one that I really do not like to see. That coverage was made that time and really wasn't all that close. Now, it wasn't, I believe, for the Vista Murrieta Broncos. That was Brandon Worthy, the senior, a safety that ended up coming to the corner spot, and he had absolutely no chance. It was an 8-play, 73-yard scoring drive, and the Mission Viejo Diablos lead 21-3. This was a 4-point ball game all of about 15 minutes ago. But the Diablos have been able to answer with 2 Johnson to Connor Hill touchdown connections, 21-3. The Diablos lead, and the Broncos, if they go 3 and out, boy, they are in awful trouble here.
It just might turn into a blowout all of a sudden, a first half worthy of a contention, and then to just let go the short, I would say the short lead would be devastating.
Well, this isn't the largest deficit that the Broncos have tried to come back from. They trailed 24-3 against Tesoro entering the fourth. They trailed 21-3 here, but the Broncos do not want to make their fourth quarter heroics become a regularity. They trail by 18 points, and the chances to come back to win this ball game are becoming very, very slim.
Yeah, 18 points in the fourth quarter just seems too big of a deficit to even come back from. I mean, you would want more time on that clock, and they have to utilize this final 3:45 in this third quarter in a productive manner here.
You have to act like this is the final 3:45 of the football game.
You really do.
Given that the Diablos have been able to move the chains so often, this is a team that on 2 possessions took all but 3 minutes of the third quarter. They chewed up 9 minutes and 15 seconds on just 2 possessions. And Connor Hill capped off their drive with a touchdown. Seth Acta will receive. No, he won't. It's the squib kick. Is recovered by the up back. Mazin Khalil across the 30. And he's right near the 40-yard line. Mazin Akil takes the football actually out to the 41-yard line. A solid starting field position. Indeed, the best starting field position for the Broncos this half, being the 41-yard line. They trailed 21-3.
And this is probably their best start as far as field position goes all game long, I think.
Well, the Broncos have negative 2 yards total offense in the second half, and they have been outgained by the Diablos 4-1 in total offense. First downs and time of possession has been in the favor of the Diablos as well. Cole Dubat flanks the quarterback. It'll be a play action complete. That's Colin Baker outside 45, and he's tripped up at the final moment by the Diablos' own Chris Brown. Make it a gain of 7 near the first down.
At this point of the ball game, down 21-3, you take any type of production, a great screen, a bubble screen there to their wide receiver for a good gain of 5.
And now the urgency is starting to become imminent. If you're the Broncos, they hurry back to the line. 2nd down and 5 from their own 46. Read option. Williams will keep and run right into a Mission Viejo wall to near the 48-yard line. Make it a gain of 2, but it was a hard-earned 2 by the quarterback, Williams.
Despite it being a 3rd and 3 now, I would say 4-down territory. You go back to the run game here, as you always do if you're the Broncos, and I wouldn't panic if it's 4th and short.
Trips to the right side. Broncos trail with all of 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and it looks like Vista Murrieta will be charged with yet another killer false start penalty. That'll be their 5th false start today. Make it now 3rd and 8.
Instantly a 3rd and long. Yes, it's 3rd and 8, but you've got to call it 3rd and long. And it's a situation Kyle Williams doesn't do all that well.
Vista Murrieta only 3 of 9 on 3rd downs here in today's game. They've been 0 for their last 4. Kyle Williams operates out of the gun, a trio to the right-hand side. The Diablos only have 1 DB on those 3 targets. Williams out of the gun, takes the snap. Looking right, slings it out to the far side. It's tipped away and incomplete. Trying to go to Colin Baker, tipped to the floor by Brandon Sloss. And the Diablos force for the 4th consecutive time a Bronco 3 and out. It's Vista Murrieta that's on to punt.
It doesn't take much for Vista Murrieta to feel good about themselves. Initially starting this possession with a bubble screen for 5 yards. And then a good 2-yard run. So it puts you in 3rd and short. And then a dumb penalty like a false start backs you up.
It killed the drive.
And it just kills everything.
A short kick by Seth Acta, but we'll roll into the red zone and we'll be down at the Mission Viejo 14. So the Vista Murrieta Broncos trailed at the half, right?
Yeah.
14-3, Broncos were down. you go into halftime thinking offensively, we have to get things going, and the defense has to make some more plays. Well, Vista Murrieta on 6 offensive plays, have gained 0 yards. Mission Viejo over 150. It has been, in the first half, it was bad enough. In the third, an extremely lopsided of a third quarter affair in favor of the Mission Viejo Diablos here, and now they'll get their third possession with an opportunity to put this one away. 1st and 10 from their own 14. Ion Sensi, 125 yards rushing today, will get the toss. Slips out of a tackle, keeps on moving, and will chug in his way out to the 15-yard line. No gain for Ion Sensi, 2nd and 10.
Finally, a stop for the Broncos on defense, but what else is new? Mission Viejo electing to run the ball there.
Yeah, Ion Sensi over 125 yards on the ground, already had a rushing touchdown. He has been a phenomenal running back for the Diablos and just all of 13 and a half minutes away from a CIF champion as well. He will be behind the quarterback here, this being the 18th give for Ion Sensi, making it 19th. No set of play action. Johnson will throw, fling it towards the sideline, leaping grab. Connor Hill cuts upfield before he's tripped up at the last moment by Messiah Taylor, but that will be right near a Diablo first down. Make it about 2.5 yards short of the marker. 3rd and 3 upcoming for Mission Viejo.
Pro-style set, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Play action, and Brock Johnson getting it to his open receiver on the outside. Good game there.
Now, this being the far side of the field, the final minutes of the third quarter here, and Vista Murrieta is running out of time. It's becoming a mortal enemy is that clock. Brock Johnson faces a 3rd down and inches. Rome Ion Sensi gets the call. Up the middle, he's stopped short of the marker again. The Broncos, Masin Khalil with another bone-jarring hit, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Broncos force another stop on the defensive side.
If I'm the Broncos, I want to play all game in these short yardage situations. The defense always seems to step up in these type of situations.
Mazin Akil there to bring down the running back, not to mention number 88 for the Broncos. That was Harrison Morgan, and Devin Makis able to clean up the mess. That was just a phenomenal defensive stand if you're the Vista Murrieta Broncos. Was it too little too late, as this may be the final play of the third quarter? Mission Viejo will snap this football on the punt at around 4 seconds, but not before a flag. We'll check the penalty here, but this is just too little too late. I'm sure if you're Coley Kendall at the head coaching position, there's only 12 minutes to go, and the Broncos commit an offsides penalty.
No, I think
it's
on
delay of game. My apologies. They pointed the wrong way. My apologies. Boy, that would have been a great break.
It would have been a disaster at that, huh?
Yeah, a rare occurrence for the Diablos. In 3 quarters of football, they've only been penalized 3 times. The Broncos with 9 flags today. And on the punt for the final play of the quarter. This is Gregos, a line drive kick, towering near midfield. And Seth Akka will let it bounce at the 49-yard line of the Vista Murrieta Broncos. 12 minutes remain between Mission Viejo and another trip to the state championship game. The Broncos, their normal ritual, they chant fourth quarter right at midfield. The whole team gathers together. They're going to need more than just a team meeting if they hope to come back in this ball
really
game here,
do.
Dan. 12 minutes remain. The Broncos have an uphill battle of colossal proportions. What is the play call here from this moment forward?
Well, Kyle Williams has got to do it, whether it's through the air or on the ground. It all amounts to him. And it seems as if whatever Kyle Williams does, this team follows. And poor play from Kyle Williams, well, it gives you a 21-3 score. I don't want to put so much pressure on the young guy. He's only a junior, but you're put in this type of situation. You're put as the chosen one. You win the starting role at the quarterback position early on in the season. Well, there's no other position in football that's more under the microscope than the quarterback position, and it's no different here in this championship game.
Well, my argument is, as the Broncos are 52 yards away to begin the fourth quarter from a touchdown to pull within 11, they trail 21-3. My argument is, why not give Kyle Williams the reins for 4 straight downs? You call 4 straight pass plays, let him decide what works best, and just understandably, it's a pressure-packed 18-point deficit here, but the run game hasn't worked. Let's be completely honest. So why in the world try and establish a running game which hasn't worked? Why not give Kyle Williams every single opportunity he can? Give him 3 straight passes.